The back road. On a dark, stormy night, a young woman was lost on a backcountry road in the middle of nowhere. She was trying to get back to the highway, but her phone had just died, and her car was almost out of gas. Thankfully, she saw a gas station in the distance where she could fill up and ask for directions. She walked inside and told the store clerk that she was lost and needed to get back to the highway. The store clerk smirked and said, "Okay, I'll help you out, miss." The man then told her to fill up her car with gas and to follow his pickup truck as he took her to the highway. The woman felt a sense of relief as she fueled up her car. The man then fired up his truck and motioned for the woman to follow him down the road. They drove off into the darkness as the rain still poured down from the sky. The woman continued to follow the man down several back roads, still with no signs of civilization. She started to feel a sense of uneasiness fill her body, as they had been driving for 30 minutes and still hadn't reached the highway. Then, out of nowhere, the truck in front of her turned sideways and came to a complete stop, blocking the road in front of her. At this moment, the woman knew something was wrong. She put her car in reverse and tried to turn her car around, but was shocked to see a large gate behind her that had just been shut by two men in black outfits. She knew that she had fallen into a trap and had to think of something quickly if she wanted to get out of this alive. The man in front of her then got out of his pickup truck and started to approach the woman with a menacing smile. The woman knew that it was now or never and slammed on the gas as hard as she could, slamming into the man's truck and spinning it off the road. Thankfully, the woman's car still functioned enough to keep driving. She did the only thing she could do and sped off down the road as the men frantically chased her. She drove for a good 2 minutes until she reached an old country house, which she assumed was the house of her attackers. After slamming on the brakes, the woman bolted out of her car and into the woods behind the house. She knew that she had a head start on her attackers, but also knew that they would catch her if she didn't keep moving. Frantically pacing through the woods, the woman traveled in a straight line away from the house to avoid walking in circles. The storm grew fiercer as rain and thunder erupted from the sky. The woman kept moving, hoping, praying that she would make it out of this alive. After walking for what seemed like hours, she saw a clearing in the distance, along with a light. She ran towards the light and saw that it was coming from someone's house. She knocked on the door, crying and screaming for help. Finally, the door opened, and a friendly-looking old man answered the door and let her inside. After the woman explained what happened to the old man, he called the police and they arrived soon after. The woman was now safe, but still in a state of shock from what just happened. She knew that she could have died if it hadn't been for her quick thinking. After this experience, the woman became more guarded and less trusting of strangers. Thankfully that she escaped with her life, she made a promise to herself that she would never fall into another trap like this ever again.